new video from Give Me More Squeeze. I just wanted to make a quick update for BBIG and tell you what's happening exactly with the stock. We'll go over short interest information from Ortex, other information regarding sentiment from Unusual Whales, and as usual, take a look at the chart in general. So we did end up having a red day today after almost 4 green days in general, if you consider Friday. And that's pretty normal. No stock is going to keep going up. You have to understand that point. I've seen a lot of people get discouraged, which is understandable. But again, my only point here is know your why. Why did you actually enter that trade? And then act accordingly by either holding, selling, averaging down. It's your money, your call. This is not financial advice in any way. It's more of like an open discussion. So if you're new to the HODL game, this is what it looks like. You have green days, you have red days, and that's in the stock market in general. It's not just because of squeeze plays or stuff like that. It's the way it is. No stock is going to keep going upwards. So know why you're in this trade. Some people have entered this trade because of NFT hype. Some people have entered this trade because they see that there's a potential run, and they did end up either selling at the 1190 or are continuing the hold. Some people ended up here because they believe that there's a short squeeze opportunity, and some people just came here because they hear the acquisition news of Lomotif. So know why you're here, and that's the only way I can tell you. You would know for sure what to do and when exactly when you see the chart. So I did a Fibonacci retracement here to show you the major support levels and resistance levels that we see, so you can have more of an expectation of what we see. Again, we lost 15% today, which technically puts us on the SSR list, which means supposedly we're not supposed to be shorted tomorrow. If you're in BBIG, supposedly this stock should not be shorted tomorrow. But again, we've seen it with AMC and GameStop. They do end up being shorted even when they're on SSR some way or the other. So be psychologically prepared to see that. That's all I'm saying. So as you can see here, our first major support, I would say, is around 778, or if you zoom in a bit here, you can see it's roughly around 780. Maybe the resistance we've seen today is around 959. Could be upwards of that one, and then the second resistance would be the 1190. So looking for tomorrow, you could drop to here, 651, or you could start going up. If you break the 959, you could see that 1190 as the second resistance. So that's how it is. Let's take a quick look on the information from Ortex. Again, they're increasing day by day, the short interest. Today, lower than before, 2.63% added, which brings us to around 36.65% of short interest float. And then utilization went up again, 99.92, and this is really important because utilization technically shows you how much shares are out there to be borrowed. And looking at this 7 days ago, last Thursday, before the run on Friday, we were at 99.96. So we do have the potential to have a run tomorrow. But again, nobody can predict that. We don't have a crystal ball. So it is what it is. This is data, and we just like look at the data and hope everything goes our way. Cost to borrow did go up significantly. So currently sitting at 127.97. Again, change of 78.3% from 7 days ago. So this just shows you that the stock by the day is getting expensive to borrow. People pay a lot of money to short this stock and keep holding their short position. So again, another look at Unusual Whales, and as usual, I did leave a link below in the description if you want to sign up for this. It's one of the great tools I use for getting general sentiment and alerts for options that look unusual, meaningly that they do have a lot of money being bet on that call specifically, like 200K or more. That's the filter I do, but you can filter on different numbers, of course. So a quick look here would tell you so far sentiment is still bullish on the stock calls wise. You have 67% calls versus 33% puts, volume 68, and then the put volume is 31. Premium, not really a big difference here. And then the bid and ask size, again, people are slapping the ask side, sorry, and that's just like shows you desperation in that they're slapping the ask. They're not even putting a limit order to get filled in the mid or something like that, which is always good to see. So again, I'm gonna go over here on the alerts in general to see if there was any interesting alerts. So you type BBIG and then you get what it looked like. So you have, again, this one was on September 1st, which was yesterday. This guy spent $1,662,520 on a $12 call. The other one spent $342,600 on the same $12 call, but a different expiration date. So again, this just shows you big money going into that stock. Today there wasn't any alerts, so that's something interesting. But again, if you see the flow, that still the sentiment in general is going in favor of the calls versus the puts. Again, we did have decent volume. It decreased than the previous days. As you can see here in FinViz, 105 million, very good volume, but again, it's less than yesterday. I think it was 300, and the day before was in the 200s, roughly. So technically, like I said, this stock is looking good. We did end up breaking the trade line. We dropped back below the trend line, and then the way you think about this is know why you're in this trade before you take a decision or start being frustrated. If you want to hold this, look at the news, do your own due diligence, look at the short interest being updated day by day. And as you can see, the short interest is, a matter of fact, increasing by the day. And that's kind of surprising. Utilization is high. So if you're looking at this as a short squeeze, I think there is a potential here to go up in the upcoming days. And if you're looking at this as a long hold, NFTs still didn't reach their full potential technically, so you still have a lot on that end. If you're looking at this from the acquisition part of things, where they were looking to acquire Lomotif, I don't think that there's official news that the acquisition happened. There is news that the acquisition did happen, but if you look at the actual website of Lomotif, you wouldn't find any news suggesting that. So definitely have a good thought about this. Do your own due diligence as well. And I'll keep you guys posted and updated on any other updates regarding BBIG. And feel free to please leave comments below if you have any questions or have any suggestions for other tickers that you'd like to have discussed in this channel. And I'll make the effort for that to be out as soon as I can. And feel free to subscribe and smash that like button. Hope you guys like that one.